A wild card stomping of the Washington Commanders led by Lamar Jackson was where we started our playoff run here with the Pacific Northwest Challenge. In the wild card, we won 30-13, set now to take on the Carolina Panthers, who barely squeezed by the Packers 38-35. Now in this game, we should be getting back Marcus Mariota. And indeed, he is no longer on the injury report, but he is still not going to be our starting quarterback. With the play we've seen from Gardner Minshew, I do not think it's right to pull him out of the starting lineup, so Gardner Minshew will remain our starting guy, and if we need to make a change mid-game, we know we can with Mariota. He had a pretty decent season with us up until he dislocated his ankle. But we're going to run with what's worked, what helped us secure our spot in the playoff, and what had such a good first playoff performance was an offense led by Minshew. So we're going to run with that. Alexander Mattison had a great game as well last episode, as well as really, everyone. Juwan Johnson even had like a 30 or 40 yard touchdown off of a fake field goal to help seal the game. So that was fantastic. Defense also played extremely well. Now, as I record these all ahead of time, I don't know if you guys hit the 50 goal like from the last episode, but essentially, typically this series is multiple games every episode. But when we get to the playoffs, we slow it down, one game per episode, but you get to choose how often these videos come out. So, meaning we get a win, you guys get the video 50 likes, we're back again tomorrow for the next round. Again, mostly rests on if we get the win, and then you guys hit the like goal. If so, we're back again. So make sure you guys are hitting that like button as we're going to jump on into the divisional round against the Carolina Panthers, needing some more wins. And you know that fun time when you forget to hit the unpause button on your recording and you've gone through almost an entire half of a game and you haven't recorded anything? Well, that's what's happened here as a great play, Gardner Minshew, not a bad one to start off with, breaks off a heck of a run. We call a timeout and maybe we have a shot at some points here before half. But at least as you could see by the scoreboard, not much has happened. Only 2 drives. We're on our third for either team. So really, game has gone by quick as we set up the halfback screen to Gaskin that just gets stuffed. But on our first drive, Minshew did help lead us down to the goal line. Unfortunately, he fumbled on the goal line. Literally right on the goal line. Next drive, he did lead us down to a touchdown. Not much has happened for the Panthers. They finally had their best drive as we get a actual good play here on the screen. Close to a field goal opportunity, which maybe we're going to let the clock run, call the timeout, and then take, or just really bad clock management, and we get absolutely nothing out of it, even though we had a timeout. Gotta love it. But yeah, didn't really miss a whole lot from that first half. I think there was maybe a sack in there for our defense. Really not a whole lot. As you can see here, not a whole lot of yards. Hopefully, second half, a lot more impactful. We did see that Tampa Bay, the 1 seed, did defeat Philadelphia 24-17, so a win would put us up against them in the NFC Championship. Other than that, like I said, not much has happened as we get the second half underway. Will be defense up first, as they will actually get a return out of this one up to about the 22 before getting dropped. Over on the AFC side, we did find out the Raiders beat the Steelers 17-9, so they will be moving on as well. As for the 1 seed game, not sure that pass will make it out to its intended target. Did get maybe clipped off the elbow, I'm not sure. Came out wobbly, but still made it to St. Brown. And as I had previously mentioned about the other AFC game, Chargers, they win dominant fashion 35-10. So that side is gonna be a sack. Forced fumble. Purcell laid the shoulder into Dak, and Thibodeau recovers. Take one more look at this one. Leaping over an offensive lineman. Thibodeau comes diving in after the big hit. Honestly, pretty lucky that wasn't a flag thrown with how things have gone in recent years. But Minshew and the offense takes over in plus territory following the turnover. We'll start with a tight shotgun look, hand this one off Gaskin. We'll pick up a few. The rushing game's been solid today, but definitely not as impactful as the previous match in the wild card, as Alexander Mattison breaks off what might be his best rush. Gain of 15 some odd. He's averaging 6.6 yards a carry, as that was his 10th carry. Did have a rushing touchdown for us earlier. As Gaskin checks back in, we'll pick up another few. But overall, that's kind of just been roughly what's been happening. Just, some short rushes here and there. Occasional pass will get us a first down. Juwan Johnson did have quite a few more catches compared to what he had in the first matchup of the postseason, where he didn't really get a first catch, I think, until the second half. Obviously, had the fake field goal touchdown to put the game away for sure, but yeah, he was a lot more impactful earlier on. With a throw underneath, going to find Kendrick Bourne for the first down inside the 10. Gardner Minshew, 8 of 9, just over 60 passing yards. So, like I said, keeping things short and steady in this one. With a quick throw, we'll find Juwan Johnson down to the 2. And from there, we'll bring out the big goons for the goal line set. Hand this one off. Alexander Madison spins, but does not quite make it in. Down to the inch line, as we'll go with a shotgun look. 2 receivers to the bottom, 1 up top. Spread them out, then hand it off. It's exactly what we do with the pulling guard. Easy walk in for Alexander Madison. It's exactly what we like to see. Steady running, steady moving, kill some clock, widen our lead. Now, can Dak bounce back from that fumble, which helped widen our lead? We'll see. I feel like at times Dak can be very streaky, go on some nice stretch of good play, look like one of the best quarterbacks, and then we'll go on a stretch of really bad play, injury problems as well. We'll see how well he bounces back here as he loads up, goes deep, knocked away by Wingard. And surprisingly, Wingard at strong safety has been really solid for us this year. Couldn't really complain too much about him as Dak rolls, will deliver a good ball, nice hands as well. St. Brown has had a couple big plays in this one. That could potentially be one as it sets up a 3rd and 3, handoff down the middle, stumbling over the center. Nyheim Hines picks up maybe a yard, and they're going to have to punt deep in their own territory. So no answer back from Dak, and gives us a great opportunity to not put the game away, but really start to run away with it. As it'll be a play action pass and no blocking on that right hand side. I don't even know what play call that was. Don't run it again. Definitely don't need 2 possible defensive linemen teeing up on Gardner Minshew. That's a hard pass. 2nd and 12 though. Will be a delayed handoff down the middle. Gaskins will pick up the lost yardage and that's it. So 3rd and 10, can we find our best play of the drive? Wouldn't be much, just anything more than 2 yards. Will be a pass. Gardner Minshew looks to scramble. Does a little fake spin, cuts up and close to the first down, 4th and 1. But from here, I would love to go for it just past midfield. Both teams come out with a heavy look. Hard count, no one jumps. Hand this one off. Gaskins breaks to the outside. Can he get the stiff arm? No, because the ball is in the wrong hand, but he does get the first down up to the 33. Very deflating there for the Panthers, who needed to get that stop. We'll keep our drive alive as we have a play action pass. Gardner Minshew looks to scramble right down the middle, does not care about contact, will try to run through it. And he will do so for 4 yards, setting up 2nd and 6, 2 up top, 1 down below. Will be a handoff. Gaskin down the middle, will pick up a couple more yards. He too averaging 5+ yards a carry as Alexander Madison checks back in for another shotgun look here. Need 3 yards on 3rd down, but we won't get the play off in time. Will send us into the 4th quarter. We're up 14-3. Still needing those 3 yards. This time it's going to be Gaskin with a play action pass. Not going to get very far. No, does break through the line and a face mask on top of it. Don't ask me how, but Gardner Minshew is finding a way, willing this team down the field for a 1st and goal. As he sits in the pocket, this time not gonna find a way to break through, will get dropped. Quinnen Williams, his first big play of the game, gets the sack, dropping us back to the 14 for 2nd and goal. As we go with a delayed handoff, at least we get back inside the 10. So 9 more yards needed to get into the end zone on 3rd and goal. Inside 7 minutes left. Will be another delayed handoff. Gaskins to the 5. Interesting, as well as one of our starting guards getting taken out. That could be big. But we'll send out the field goal unit to help widen this lead, make it a 2-touchdown game. Rosas from the 11 does boot it through the middle. Now the Panthers need to find their best drive here. They need 2 touchdowns here in the fourth quarter to tie. They start with a run down the middle that'll pick up 2. Pat O there to get the stop. One of our big-time leaders of this defense. Led us in interceptions and I think was second in total tackles on the team. Number 1 going to Shaq Thompson. Not involved on that play, as Dak does hook up with Marquise Brown for a second first down. Only 2 catches though for Marquise Brown, as that's going to be offside on 3 of the 5 offensive linemen. We'll back them up for a 1st and 15 at the 35, or just past the 35. Dak will loft this one down the sideline, knocked away Sidney Jones. It's that part of the game where they really just have to try to take those shots, see if they could get on the end of at least one of them. Pass across the middle will half the yardage needed on 3rd. And they'll go at it with a bunch up top, one just off the line to the bottom. Dak in shotgun will pass towards the top and intercepted. Who is that? Kyler Gordon, the rookie? Yes, it is. As he rushes it into plus territory, we'll start inside the 40. Well, I was going to say talk to that at the beginning of the episode, but forgot to record it. But at the beginning, I did try to say Dak Prescott did not have the best touchdown to turnover ratio this season, and it's coming back to bite him here in the playoffs. This could really be the nail in the coffin kind of drive. If we could get any real amount of points just to put them away by 17, if not more. Not a great pass there from Gardner Minshew, though. 9 of 11 for 68 yards. We really haven't focused much on the passing at all. It's been a lot of scrambling or just handing the ball off as we load up deep and dropped. Brandon Cooks finally go with a deep shot. We cannot connect, but the field goal would make this a 17-point game. Kicking from just inside the 44 would be a 53-yarder, but Rosas does hit it. Didn't look good, but he at least gets it through the uprights. But with just over 4 minutes, 3 timeouts, and a hope and a prayer, what can the Panthers offense do to get them back in this one? They start with a pass. I believe that's Isaiah Likely. Yes, it is. Who does get the catch? 7 yards. I believe his second catch of the day. Not much coming. I mean, this defense has just been swarming, been really tight in coverage in general as they get a pass underneath. Quick tackle, going to be a gain of 2.5. I believe that was the sophomore corner in Graham Jr. getting the stop. A lot of guys just playing really well at this point, as that pass wasn't even swatted, just came out really awkwardly, maybe slipped in his hand, not sure, but leaves a 4th and inches that they hand off and stuffed Lawrence in the backfield. He's ready to go celebrate another rum victory. If you don't get what that means, you missed last episode where I was trying to talk about Juwan Johnson running into the end zone, but said rumming into the end zone. I'll make fun of myself here, no problem. As Alexander Madison will pick up 4 for us on first down, and all we have to do is run out this clock. Just a little over 2.5 minutes left. Like I said, just run the clock, run the actual play clock itself down to 1 if we can, as an injury to a different Williams for the Panthers. Leave us 3rd and 1. We need the first down and have plenty of space to do so. Madison looks for the closest defender after the first down to go down. 15 carries, 82 yards, 2 touchdowns for him on the day as we hit the 2-minute warning. Coming out with a 2 tight end look, 2 receivers, both down to the bottom. Will be another handoff towards the top. Alexander Madison not going to break away. Good tackle there from 7. A little less than 120 left. We'll hand this one off again right down the middle, trying to kill clock. Another good tackle from 7. He's been solid for him. But besides that, nothing real flashy for this Panthers defense. They held us to just 20 points up to this point. But yeah, just haven't been able to force a turnover, get a stop on Gardner Minshew as we get another first down. Alexander Madison just running, just wrecking havoc. Actually, not even running, wrecking havoc on defenses this postseason. But unless we snap the ball here with a second left, that should be the last play, and is the last play. A divisional round victory. Now, since we missed the entire first half, or most of the first half, we're going to watch at least the highlights of it. But we finish with only 61 passing yards, but 221 rushing, 2 takeaways. We averaged 5.5 yards a play, only allowed 20 rushing yards, barely over 100 passing yards. This team is just on fire. Gardner Minshew has been awesome. But as mentioned, we're going to go through some of the highlights from the first half, starting with a 3rd and 8. We get a sack in on Dak Prescott. And maybe this angle will be good here. Snap the ball, Dak Prescott waiting to find something open as Wingard comes rushing in, gets the sack from the strong safety spot. A little bit later, from the goal line, Gardner Minshew looks to scramble, find our first touchdown, has the lane, but then in comes Walker, the guy I said has been really good for him today. He forces the fumble just at the goal line. They recover it in the end zone. Past that, not much really happening in the first quarter, just a lot of back and forth, short plays here and there, no touchdowns for either side. For our first big play of the second quarter is going to be a pass right across the middle. We're going to find Juwan Johnson setting us up inside the 15. And just a few plays later to cap off the drive, busting right down the middle through the safety. He's not going to do much, and there was no one else in the middle to stop him. Alexander Madison gets the first points of the game. A little bit later, we have an actual highlight here from the Panthers as Dak Prescott finds a nice little gap to find Marquise Brown, his first catch and only catch of the first half. And then very next play, they find another guy as Dak scrambles around and just knows Nyheim Hines is open despite the fact that his back was turned to him. They cap this drive off with a field goal. And with barely any time left before halftime, I think we're actually watching this part, but we'll cover it anyway. Gardner Minshew scrambles, trucks through a defender, tries to get close to a spot where we could take a shot to get into field goal range. And then the last play right before half, due to poor clock management, we set up that halfback screen to Gaskin, who does actually get us down into field goal range. It would have been a far one, but with no time left, we could have taken the shot. Unfortunately, we didn't. And then we all know how this game ends. 20-3, we get the dub. And my apologies on missing out on that entire first half, and pretty much. Got to watch at least the last drive. Thought I had unpaused it after it going back into the game from the intro to the video. Apparently, I forgot to unpause it. That's on me. At least Madden does have that highlight feature, so we're able to watch at least some of the big plays. Luckily, we didn't miss a lot of big action. It was a 7-3 game when we were able to tune in. But this next matchup in the NFC Conference Championship, which it should be, is going to be pretty difficult. Taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They are the 1 seed. Finished their season 13-4, 83 offense, 89 defense. I'm pretty sure we played against them, and I don't remember it going very well. And in fact, no, it did not go very well. 31-10, we lost. We played well in the first quarter, but then after that, it was trash. So we're going to have to try to perform a lot better, and they have some really good guys. Tom Brady trying to get one more ring before hanging it up in his 23rd season. They also have Cam Akers, who is a fantastic running back. Plus, on the outside, they have D-Hop. As for their offensive line, Christian Darrisaw, Quinn Miners, David Edwards, Royce Newman, Josh Myers, Forrest Lamp. I'm just going to name all of them because I don't know who's starting. Mason Cole and Billy Turner, as well as Sam Tevy. Or Tavai? Probably Tavai. Either way, they have a really good offensive line. On defense, Ronald Darby, Harrison Smith, Jaylen Brown, Quandre Diggs, Josh Allen, Micah Parsons. I could go on and on. They have a really, really good team. So all in all, you could say it's going to be a tough battle. We're going to see if Gardner Minshew can pull it off. And if you guys want to see this video tomorrow, since we got the win, make sure we get 50 likes. And we will be back tomorrow for the next round. If not, we'll be uploaded on the next regular state-only challenge day, which is every Wednesday and Saturday. Every Monday and Thursday, we have the Commanders Replacement Squad series, and Tuesdays and Fridays are on FIFA 23, the My Player Career. To make sure you don't miss out on any of those videos, hit the subscription button either down below or my bear icon on the bottom right, and tick the bell icon so that you're notified. Again, my apologies that I forgot to record the first half. Luckily, it wasn't the Super Bowl. That would have been really disappointing. But I'm going to make sure I don't mess up in the NFC Conference Championship, which will be next episode. So until then, make sure you guys get this video 50 likes and it'll be earlier. But until then, we'll see you guys later.